Hey y'all, I'm out in the garden today and I'm going to be cutting down these fava beans. I know I showed you last time, they are kind of starting to drown out the sun from my tomatoes, so I'm gonna go ahead and take them down. I can harvest them at this point. If you see, some of them are quite large. And you can eat them like this. You can eat them raw. I personally don't like them that way. I've never honestly cooked them up. This is the first time I've grown fava beans. I did a lot of research on them and I thought that they were a very fascinating crop. They're extremely nutritious. I think tonight I'm gonna go ahead and just pop them open. If you see, look at how large this bean is. And you can eat it raw like this. I have tried it, it's okay, but I'm excited to cook them up. I think I'm gonna cook them up on the cast iron skillet with some olive oil and some seasonings this evening. And I'll let you know how that goes. But for right now, I'm going to just snip these guys at the base. And I have heard that if you cut them down here, they will start growing back. I'm okay with that. If I can get these things to keep growing, we'll just kind of see how it goes. I'm playing it by ear. It's the first time I've ever done this, so let's try it out. And you know what's so silly, y'all? I have a pair of shears, and I remember seeing them yesterday. And I saw them and I was like, you know what? I need to put those away. And then I got distracted and I don't remember where I saw them. And these stalks are so large that scissors are just not gonna do the trick. So I'm gonna have to use my husband's wire cutters. I hope that's okay, Nathan. So anyway, let's go ahead and do this. Let's start cutting these guys down. So y'all, I have been going out in my garden morning and evening, checking for bugs. And I have seen a few squash beetles, the lady squash beetles. They look like a ladybug, but they're orange. That is the bug that wreaked havoc on my squash last year. And so keep an eye out for them. This is the time to start keep an eye out on pests when things start coming out and wanting to massacre your garden. So I saw 3 of them last night. And I've just, picked them off and squished them. Let me show you real quick. Look at this borage. Can y'all see it? Is that not beautiful? I'd love to be able to get these to survive and come back in the fall. That would be nice. That way I don't have to plant more seeds, because seeds get pricey, you know. The potatoes are still doing fantastic. The girls found 2 snakes for me the other night. Or was that a week ago? I can't remember. Hello, girl. And they were able to put them in the potato patch for me. Girls have found 2 different snakes for us. We've got the ringneck here and the brown ducky. But you guys just found them in the dirt, right?
Yep, Maro.
And that's where they like to hang out because they love slugs. So I think we're gonna go put them in the potato patch.
He pooped on me.
Yes, they always poop on you. That's the worst that they'll ever do. They're pretty chill. They don't bite. So to keep slugs out of the potato patch, the girls, when they do find snakes, they put them in there for me. Okay, here's a little brown ducky. Isn't he cute? And go ahead and put that one in.
I like the ringnecks better.
They're pretty neat. And you know what? A lot of people say that these are more rare nowadays, but we actually have quite a lot in our we have quite a lot in our property.
I don't think they're
There they
rare.
go.
They're everywhere.
We've done that a few times now. And I honestly haven't had any pest issues as far as slugs or anything yet in there. I've not noticed anyway. So anytime I do have to take something down, like it's done for the season, I like to just trim them. I don't like to rip them up. I really try not to disturb the soil as much as possible. And that way too, that the root system will just die back and create more organic matter in my garden. Unless of course I'm dealing with some sort of sickness, I don't know. You want that fava bean? You let me know how that is, okay, Maro? I found 1 large armyworm on my tomato. yesterday. I'll show you here. You see here, see this damage? That was from that worm. They're pretty easy to spot. If you see any holes on your plant, I always just flip them over, and often you will see some sort of pest eating your plants. I've gotten pretty good at spotting tomato hornworms and their eggs. And I have heard people, they'll go out at night with a black light and they, you know, the tomato hornworms, put you over here, will show up on that black light. I've never tried that yet. I got good enough at spotting them during the day that I never had to do that. I just go through, whether I want to go at night or in the morning, just check everything. In fact, I'm gonna get the girls on that this year to help me out. All right, I'm gonna time lapse this.
Blue dude, blue moon, kinda mysterious.
I was able to do that whole row. And my tomatoes will get so much more sun now. I still have one more row to go, but there's not very many on that row because I didn't have the chicken bedding down on that row soon enough. This one's had chicken bedding down on this row this is the first row that I kind of experimented on for, goodness, I think at least like 2 years now. Check this out. These potatoes are just getting huge. Can you believe this? I'm really excited to harvest them, and I will definitely take you guys along for that ride. With potatoes, you know, you don't know what you're gonna get until you dig them up, so it's a bit of a surprise. Whew, had to put my hair up. It's hot out here. I was able to finish them. I got 2 big old piles. Now, I've heard that you want to harvest them when they're glossy, so they look glossy to me. I don't know. What do you think? What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to bring both of these big piles up to the porch and sit on the shade with the fans, and I might get my eldest Lily. She likes doing this kind of stuff, and we'll shuck all the beans. And I think I'm gonna cook some up tonight, and then the rest I'll freeze. Which, y'all, my freezer, I've got a freezer from 1956, and I love it, but I need to defrost the freezer. It's a little bit ridiculous right now, so I'm gonna have to do that first. Check these squash out though, y'all. Can't believe how fast they're growing. I was just gonna take a quick little peek here to see if, oh, see, this is a lady squash beetle. And what we do with them is we squash them. They will lay these little orange, oval-shaped eggs on the underside of your leaves. And I'm telling you, they can wreak havoc on your squash, so keep an eye out for them. The eggs are super easy to squish. I wouldn't do it by hand if I were you because they're kind of nasty. Get a leaf, or some people use tape. I'm seeing a little bit of damage right here, which is probably from those dang squash beetles. Now that is an interesting looking bug. I do not know what that is. Take a quick little peek here. Because if I can get these little buggers before they start laying eggs, that would be amazing. They're pretty easy to spot too, these guys, because they're orange, you know? Kind of an orange yellow. This borage is getting so tall, and that's exactly why I planted it out here in the squash. Because I knew it would get tall, but some of them, look, they're toppling over. So I'm gonna need to come out here with some stakes. Just lots of tying up to do at this point, I think. All right, I think we're good. We're good. These cabbages are still going. They're bigger than they were last week. Love these. Nasturtiums are doing great. I got so many pretty colors popping up here. Let me see if I can show you some. There's this particular one I think is real pretty. They're all starting to pop up out here. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I love these Apache blackberries because they are thornless. Isn't that nice? Check out my peanuts. Looks like the wind's popping up first. See that? You see a little bit coming up right there. And my tobacco is recovering from whatever was taking it out. It's doing much better now. Look at this. It's a Strike It Rich rose. My husband Nathan got me 2 of these 2 years ago, just as a surprise gift, and I love them. They do have the mosaic fires. So you see how the mosaic virus has this funky little designs that it creates on your leaves. I don't see very many of them though. Look at this though. See that little baby tree frog? Hello. The mosaic virus doesn't spread by pruning shears or insects. I just let it do its thing. It doesn't seem to be affected by it, except that it gets those funky little designs on its leaves. But other than that, it blooms beautifully every year. I love it. They're all on the porch. Look at this. That is a big pile of fava beans. Now it's nice and cool up here on the porch. It's a nice breeze. So I'm gonna just sit here, have me some porch therapy, and I'm gonna get these off and we'll see how much we get. Some of them are rotten. Some of them are gonna have like funny spots on them, and just toss those in this bin.
Are you giving all that to the chickens?
Yeah, I'll give all this other stuff. I'm just gonna give it to the chickens.
This rotten.
So yeah, see how it's a brown spot? So then you just throw it in there. Oh, there's a towel.
I still like. What the heck is that? I like this.
It's kind of fun, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, let's not throw fava beans in.
She started it.
We're all finished. We're all finished. We're all finished. Come check it out. We have made quite a mess here. It is. Ooh. Look at these guys. Kind of satisfying, don't you think, girls? It was kind of fun. Taking all the fava beans out. Now, I did notice a difference.
Disgusting one.
Let me show you. So, we had different kinds. They looked different. Let me clear up a mess. We got a mess here. We had fava beans that were very dark like this, and I thought for sure they'd be rotten, but they looked really good. They were nice and big, and they have this brown color on the, which is what you want. And then these ones as well looked good. They looked ripe.
My hand.
And then, careful, don't lose all our fava beans on the floor. The ones that were just glossy green like this, they were still a bit green on the end.
Ones. The golden ones look golden.
Oh yeah,
The
you thought
golden
those looked more golden?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they all were a little bit different. I think the ones that are dark on the end are the real ripe ones. Well, we'll just kind of see how they taste. I think since fava beans, thank you, Melly, to the chickens, y'all need to help me because this is a big mess. Whoa, that's a lot, Lily. Good job. Y'all, I think that's gonna be all for today. And thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you next time. I'll also let you know how those fava beans turned out.
Blue